Hey, Ken McElroy here. So as you guys know, we take lots of suggestions from our community, our subscriber community, and one of them is, why is downsizing and cutting costs making me poorer? Because essentially this is what's happening right now. What's happening is people are getting squeezed out. So inflation's high and payroll, increases are not like what they used to be, and affordability is kind of coming out of reach for a lot of people. And so what you're starting to see more and more and more, especially with the millennials, and there's kind of an economic trend going on right now, is you're starting to see more of these tiny homes, and you're starting to see vans getting converted, these Sprinter vans and old buses being converted right now. There's a huge market right now in this area. There's a minimalist mindset, which is fine. Actually, I'm kind of moving that direction myself. What's really happening and what's pinning all this together is the affordability or the lack of affordability. They've got roommates now. They've got 2, 3, 4 roommates now for affordability. There's some cities like in Hawaii, like in Honolulu, where you actually have 3 generations living in one household. So what's happening is, and you just think about that, in the United States, we have 3 generations living inside of a 1-bedroom apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment. And that's because people can't afford rent, and they can't afford the cost of living anymore. And so they want the freedom to be able to move around wherever they want to go and travel and all that kind of stuff. So there's nothing wrong with it, but you need to understand it. And I think what I wanted to talk about in this video more than anything is most people can really understand how to cut expenses. In fact, most videos, if you look at a lot of the talking heads, they're going to say, do one less Starbucks a week, or whatever it is, or start buying this instead of this, and start looking for. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with monitoring and watching your expenses. Unfortunately, that's what most people know, and that's all they know. And so why I challenge this at all is because I think what people should do is they should look at ways to grow their revenue. And by growing your revenue, then you can actually have the lifestyle that you want. There's nothing wrong with grabbing a van and touring the country. But wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to do odd jobs along the way and try to do things to try to pay for that? I understand the reasoning, and usually it's around rent and living. But most of the time, people look at cost and they're saving and they're living minimally. And it'd be awesome to be able to figure out how to generate revenue over here so that you can pay for all those things and it can be what you want it to be. And so it's a huge difference between passive and active types of income. And some of the best ways to grow your income, in my opinion, is to start a business, even if it's a small business that can be mobile. You can do businesses now today from your laptops from anywhere. Obviously, I love real estate, and of course I'm heavily in that. But that's a very, very passive income business for me, because we have 10,000 tenants that pay off all our mortgages, and then we have lots of excess cash besides that. And so these are things that afford me to be able to go do whatever I want, whether it's go hang out in a van or go take off for a couple of months somewhere. And so it's the mindset of going from cutting expenses to growing income is a very important one. And I just want you to consider the alternative. And why most people don't is just because they don't know what to do. And so that's what these videos are for, is to help you understand ways that you can grow your income and also watch your expenses. But it'd be nice to have both. Thanks for listening. If you've been trying to cut costs and focus on just what you can afford, or simply just want to master generating revenue so you can live on your own terms, then be the first to see my latest videos by subscribing to my YouTube channel, and visit kenmcElroy.com to become a free member and access more of my content inside my private community.